Hi guys, well today I've just got back from Gloucester and I was on the SimAir737 simulator, which was absolutely incredible. I'm going to put some pictures in here, but I just need to tell you that if you ever get a chance, then you must have a go. It's ranked in the top 10 on TripAdvisor as attractions in the UK, simulator attractions in the UK. It's a full-size one-to-one simulator of the 737-800. Absolutely brilliant. It's not full motion, but it's got a wraparound projector screen, so you don't need full motion. Once you take off and you start flying, it really does feel as if you're flying in a 737-800. And it's the sheer physicality of it, the ability to touch buttons, turn dials, program the FMC, everything. It's just amazing, I must admit. My daughter bought me the experience for Christmas. Bit of wind there, bit of wind. The daughter bought me the experience for Christmas, last Christmas, and I've just been up there this morning. And Craig was absolutely brilliant. Left me alone, really. Didn't really interfere that much, just showed me a couple of things on the FMC that I wasn't aware of. So, I'm going to put the video up. The video is over an hour. It's a full flight, Cardiff to Edinburgh. I could have done circuits. I could have taken off and landed at different airports, but I thought a full flight was more useful for myself. And if I could go back again next week, I would. But it'll be a couple of months before I go back. That's the dog, Harry. There he is. He replaced Frank. Frank passed away in February. This is Harry. All right, watch the video, enjoy it.
Let's select menu for me. FMC, POS, Echo Golf Foxtrot, 13 for the gates.
Oh yeah, of course. Gates.
And there we go, and then the route page, and then we can select origin in the top left. That's it, and then flight plan request.
Good.
There we go, load, activate, execute. Lovely, so that's giving us our flight plan. And then it'll be, well, you could type in, it'll be runway 30, yeah, for departure, yeah. Lovely, execute that. And then it'll be departure arrival page, departure,
Bracken 1 Alpha.
Bracken 1 Alpha. 30, execute, lovely. And then we've got the flight plan discontinuity in the route. So if you go to the legs page, it'll be on the next page, and then just that. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, so it'll be the perf init page next, or init ref. Sorry. There we go. And then perf init request. On the right hand side there. That's it.
Yeah, it's
And then it'll be load on the right hand side. That's it. Lovely. And then it will be 46. And then the D rate to 24k. Excellent. It'll be flaps 5. Yeah. And the central gravity is 19.1. Lovely, and then take off data request. And then accept will appear over here.
I don't know. Do you know? You don't know Xplane, do you?
I've got a relative understanding of Xplane.
Yeah. Whether you.
That's it. Yep. So that's given us all our V speeds now.
Just
Yeah.
make sure they're all right. Yeah.
Excellent. That's it. It's job done.
Marvelous. Just check these two. Wind.
Wind. This is the takeoff wind. We've got 33015. Yeah. Fantastic.
It's using a physical FMC.
It's completely different. Have you heard of Windwing?
No.
No. It's I wouldn't say it's a relatively new company, but a relatively new company to the airline.
Yeah.
part of the flight sim world, they've just come up with a brand new FMC for $150.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, they can get one for the Boeing and one for the Airbus.
Brilliant.
Along with their mini, they've got a mini FCDU as well.
Look at it exit style.
So you can either do,
Yeah, in Xplane we've got 737s been done by Zebo.
the Zebo mod. Yeah.
So it's incredible.
Oh, it is. So what would normally go in here is either the VREF speed, V2 speed, or V2 plus 20.
Right,
So you've either got 145 or 165. Lovely. We'll worry about that when we get to the other end. Auto throttle arm and both flight directors. And then LNAV and VNAV. VNAV is that one there. So, lovely. That's that all set up.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Q&H.
Q&H is 1013 at the moment. Excellent.
So I think we're ready to push back.
Well, let's get the doors and stairs retracted first. Alright, so if you go menu and then maintenance in the bottom right, and then doors, and then all the ones highlighted in green. Excellent, lovely, perfect. And then we can get the aircraft pushed back. So if you go index and then ground service. Excellent, and then push back to the right. And then a button above that says request. Excellent, we can release the pilot brakes. There we go.
Good morning, ladies.
Okay, so let's go get the engine started then. So, which engine do you want to start first? Left, okay, so in and to the left. Excellent. And then down here, we're looking for 22%, and then the fuel pump.
During the entire flight. My name is Karen Sharp. I'm the purser on your flight today and do wish you a pleasant stay on board. You are welcome to use your own electronic equipment after takeoff when the fasten seatbelt signs above you have been switched off. The use of mobile phones is not generally permitted on board our aircraft, and therefore all mobile phones should be switched off completely.
Right, and then once that switch turns off, you can then go and start engine number 2.
Your in-flight magazine,
Oh, we
which
can
you
turn
may
the
find
fuel pumps
seated
on
in
as
front
well
of
now.
you. May we please remind you once more that you store heavy baggage under your front seats and not in the overhead compartments, as they may shift during flight.
It'll be about 56% N2. There we go. In and to the left. Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will acquaint you now with the safety features of this aircraft. Please pay attention to the flight attendants. First of all, we demonstrate how to fasten and unfasten your seatbelt. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will automatically drop from the cabin seat.
What's this gauge here?
If that
Trim
happens,
gauge.
pull one of the masks
Trim gauge. It's not that neither that one or that one is there in the real aircraft. It's just
then
simulated,
assist any children travelling with you.
just in case people can't read
Your life jacket is under your
not here
seat.
properly.
Please observe the following demonstration. Pull the life jacket over your head, attach the straps to the hook in front, then pull the belt until it is tight.
Do you want to give a hand taxi in?
Just before you leave the
Yeah?
aircraft,
Right, so
pull
steering
the
tiller
red
over on the
tab
left-hand side
to inflate
on the
your
board.
jacket.
Moving it up
If
to the right
necessary,
turns it to the right,
use
down to the
rubber
left turns it
tubes
to the
to
left. We're
inflate
trying to
it.
suck eggs.
Should you leave the
It can be
aircraft
very
after an
sensitive.
emergency exit
Okay,
over the wing,
so
do not inflate
not
the
too
jacket until you
overzealous.
have left the aircraft.
The
This small
aircraft's all
signal
yours.
lamp lights up
Lovely.
on contact with
Right.
water when you pull the plug out of the battery. You will find an information card explaining all safety instructions in the seat pocket in front of you. Please take particular note of the
And
location
there's a
of the
little
8
white tab in the
emergency
window
exits,
down here.
which are all
Here's your
identified
guide
by the
mark
word
for the yellow
exit.
line.
Illuminated escape path markings will guide you to these exits. and please keep in mind that the next available exit might be behind you. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask one of your flight attendants. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for takeoff.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Cabin is ready.
Not too bad.
It's not bad at all.
Look. Yeah. You can overcompensate using that.
Yeah, and by the time you get used to it, it's time to stop using it.
So, do you fly real world then?
I'm doing my PPL at the moment.
Yeah. Straight on?
Yeah, absolutely. So just to give you a clue, there's a little faint mark on the display. That is the centre of the nose.
Right.
Okay.
Flaps 5?
Flaps 5, all ready for takeoff. So it's okay. Yeah, you can do that. Or there's a toga button just down there. That's right. I'd use the rudder now to keep you in the middle of the runway. That's it. Okay. Good. Got to just trim it out for you as well. Okay, there's 80 knots.
V2.
Push forward at the same time. That's it. Keep pushing all the way back to the right. That's it. And then you can start pulling back. That's it. And round to the left. Excellent.
So what I can do?
Then you think it is, yeah.
Fly direct again?
shop. We also remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, and smoking in the lavatories is strictly prohibited. The entire crew is wishing you a pleasant stay on board.
How was that?
Thank you.
I was a little bit more,
Input than you thought.
a lot heavier, and it's certainly on the yoke.
Yeah.
Pushing forward, I didn't think it was
It's
that
slightly heavier in the real aircraft as well.
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But yeah, no, that's very good. Anything in particular that you wanna try whilst you're in here?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
No.
Just probably, well, certainly maybe a route direct at some point or another.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I can't think of anything.
No, okay. I mean, you kind of got a little bit of a choice at the moment. You can either hand fly up to 24 or sit on the autopilot.
Yeah.
It's entirely up to you. And then hold to speed.
When we get heading towards Wrekin, I'll take the forward pilot.
Okay. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So all the glass is actual size.
Yes. Yeah. It's all one to one in here. Yeah. Yeah.
Including the yoke?
Including the yoke. Yeah.
Because it actually feels small.
Yeah.
A lot smaller than you imagine.
Yeah. A lot smaller than you think it's going to be. Yeah.
We thought it would be a lot bigger.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Everything looks superb. So this software here,
Yep.
on the EFB,
Yep.
what is that?
So that is actually integrated into ProSim,
Right.
but you can actually get it for your home sim. It's called FS Flight Control.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, that is essentially what that is. But this one that you see here is purely for ProSim.
I didn't think the takeoff was too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby. Right, flaps one then for me. So, yeah.
And there
we go.
that's set. Okay, right, we're heading towards Wrekin, so let's come off autopilot.
So if you double tap the button on the end of your stall, just
That one.
there, that's it. And then we'll climb up to it's 24.
Maybe to later here. This is what I always have problems with. Even in the sim, it's
Following the flight director.
Yeah.
So it's what's known as a fly-to flight director. Okay. So essentially, if it moves to the right, you turn to the right. If it moves to the left, you turn to the left. Up and down is essentially that. If the pink line moves up, we need to go up. If the line goes down, we need to go down. And then obviously the longer you leave it to start following it, the more input you're going to need to get it to do whatever it is.
It's just everything being physical.
Yeah.
It's just
It's a different ball game when you've been sat there for so many years behind a computer screen, a mouse, a keyboard, rudder pedals, and then you jump into something like this.
I had trouble finding the battery. And it's
That
there.
one there. Yeah.
I kept looking at that.
Yeah.
So it's there.
It is that one.
The thing is, obviously, with the overhead, it is overhead.
It is overhead.
So but when you're on a computer screen, you move your view, it comes in front of you.
Yeah. It's literally right there.
Yeah, or like if I
So you'd have to literally go like that.
in my PC, what I do is I set up the views as if I was sat here. So my throttle view with the radio view is like that.
Yeah.
My overhead view on the computer screen is like that.
Yeah.
But
you know, I didn't realise
It's actually back here.
Yeah, you know, and like up here for alignment. I think,
Yeah.
you know, way further back.
A lot further back than you expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
and of course the other thing is when you're in the sim, you're so used to doing everything yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, indeed.
So, it's the whole physicality
Yeah.
of it. It's so different.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Have you ever thought about buying anything physical for your sim?
I did have a myth at one
Yeah.
point. That's some years ago, and I got that from RC Simulation from Sydney.
Oh, but yeah. I went to his funeral.
Yeah, I did as well.
Oh, you did?
Yes. And he was wearing a sweatshirt, I think.
I was wearing my number ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uniform.
that's it.
I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah, down in Yates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had that, and I've had SciTech stacked.
The radio panels.
Yeah,
with
which I got rid
autopilot.
of. Yeah, I got rid of all that because I found it not
Clunky.
Yeah, clunky, but also not too realistic.
No.
So it was.
And they never seem to last long.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I've never had that experience because I've never had it long enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, what I have now is I've got the Thrustmaster, the throttle quadrant,
Yeah.
flat knee on, and
Yeah.
spoilers. Got a side stick.
Yeah.
I did have a yoke at one point, but once again, same thing. They put them on a desk. They're too big. They take the thing with
Yeah.
you, and especially if you use the desk work stuff. Take it off and move.
So I've got the honeycomb yoke throttles. They are in a box in the cupboard.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've got the TCA throttle quadrant and yoke, a side stick on the desk. But yeah, like you said, the yoke of the throttle quadrant from Honeymaster it's just too big. But I can understand why it's got to be that size to
Yeah,
fit
of course.
everything in it.
Yeah, of
I'm not knocking them. It's just for everyday use. It's just not practical.
No. But apart from that, you kind of get used to using a computer all the time.
Yeah.
But I went on the Scarlatti A320
Yeah.
with Cosford, and if I was ever in a position where I had the money,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Just buy something outright.
Yeah.
I'm not into building. I had that enough of that with my racing friends.
Yeah.
Learning electronics and actually learning how to solve them.
Yeah.
Of course, of solving something like this.
Yeah. So there is a guy, I don't know if you've heard of him, 737 DIY Sim. Yeah, Carl. He's actually helped a lot here. Me and him were here Christmas Eve last year. New chairs, seat rumblers, and new overheads. He helped me install with the stick shakers, which lasted about 30 seconds before they gave up the ghost.
Really?
Yeah, from a company in Russia, and obviously we can't get our money back because of obviously what's going on in the world. So he's actually redesigning me at the moment for this sim, new stick shakers.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got another throttle quadrant of ours because this does get abused a lot, especially like the flat lever with the speed brake. People tend to push them and then move them rather than lift them up and back because they don't understand. They don't understand the concept of it, which is totally fine. But there is only so much the bracket will take before it snaps.
I mean, this caught me on the worst as well. The pull out the switches.
Yeah, so you'll see anything that looks like this
It's a pull out.
is a pull up, pull out and up, or pull out and down switches to inadvertently stop you from switching something off. The last thing you want to do is turn off the fuel pumps in flight. But everything else is just a normal switch.
With your engine switches, when do you put them in continuous flight? Or do you not need
Right.
to? Is it not
So Ground is obviously when you're on the ground starting the engine. Off is obviously in the off position. Continuous is for takeoff and landing.
Oh, right.
And flight is if you have an engine failure and you want to try and restart the engine in flight rather than trying to start it in ground mode. Yeah.
That can explain it. Or it's not something like kind of learned about.
It's not something that you'd ever need unless you're doing a simulation of engine failures. But yeah, continuous is used for takeoff and landing, and flight is to start the engine in flight.
That's good knowing.
Yeah, because essentially what continuous does is, like your car, the start motor of your car, essentially it just holds it on the key until you've got to, like say, 70 miles an hour, then you can just let go of the key.
Right.
Essentially, that's what the airline equivalent of it is.
Looking at it.
Pretty good. So, do you want to go over? Do you want to do a direct to?
Yeah.
Okay. So, should we do a direct to Ribble then? So Ribble is just up here. Yeah. You might as well go straight there. Yeah. So it'll be on the legs page.
Next page.
And then we're going to go next page. Yeah. Previous page. Grab Ribble. Get back to the previous page. And then select this one. And then execute. That is that.
Yeah, I mean the FMC operations, apart from a couple of things that I noticed when we started, slightly different in the
So basically, everything on this page here doesn't exist in the real aircraft.
Oh, right.
It's just simulation use only. So like you can speed it up. You can even go in as far like if, for instance, you didn't have a pedestal in your own sim, you can set the frequencies up in here. Yeah. You've got all the ground services. You can quick start the APU engines, ground power, which way you're pushing back, that sort of stuff. If there's any failures that come up, it will tell you in there.
position setup.
Position setup. I've never used position setup. It doesn't actually contain anything, as far as I'm aware, other than the pause button, which is actually there as well. So that's just a ProSim thing. Yeah. So we use ProSim for the actual aircraft itself.
Yeah.
And then probably Martin's P3D for the visuals.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I just put it back into equal mode.
Yeah. Got traffic ahead.
Traffic ahead.
3,000 feet below. 1,000 feet.
Dead ahead. He's climbing just out to the right. He's about 10 miles away, so we're not actually going to be able to see him. Once he's in here. He's going south. He's going south.
Should. A little input, just stay. Just down.
Yep, that's it.
It's really
so go to the left if you're following it. That is,
really heavy.
Yeah, so there's no control loading in here as well, so you don't get the force feedback, which is why it's slightly heavier. Like if you were to go to Jet X, you could feel that in the cockpit.
Yeah.
I'm just coming up over the top of Welsh Pool at the moment. Been there many a time.
Yeah. It wants to climb, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So
So, okay, Joe Bloggs comes in.
Yep.
There's never been in a simulator.
Yep.
How do we do it? Oh, not in Japan. Most language, not compare everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're here essentially to give them an experience. We're not here to teach them how to fly an aircraft. So what we would tend to do is we would get them to choose airports, just like you did. They'll choose an airport, whether they want to do a full flight, whether they want to do circuits, touch and goes, all of that sort of stuff. We get them following the flight director for their first circuit, like if they chose circuits. We get them following the flight director. I do all the input of we would do the input of the autopilot, etc. And then once they've done their first touch and go, it'll be back up following the flight director whilst we get it set up. Then we'd stick the autopilot in, and we'd get them actually physically hands-on, so tuning the ILS, setting the route in the FMC using the autopilot, etc. So every 90% of people that come in have a full hands-on experience, so they get to hand fly the aircraft and they get to actually touch them as well.
That's good.
So,
and I mean, I've read some of the reviews, really.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to walk away having had a good experience.
I would be very, very disappointed personally if somebody walked out of here that didn't have a good experience. So,
I mean, it's an amazing setup, right? And even though it's not full motion,
yeah.
even though it's not full motion, I mean,
you do that. Your brain is telling you to turn it left.
And in a sense, you can feel it.
We have had people nearly fall over in the back. Yeah, who stood up, coming to watch. And their body goes, and then suddenly they're nearly falling over.
I mean, the fact that I fly FPV. Basically, so I've got goggles on.
Yeah.
So I see what the drone sees. You know, that helps.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I mean, Bob Sidwick and I were doing some work for the ATF, the RAF cadets.
Oh yeah, the air cadets. ATC.
And we were doing some work on simulators.
Because he built the Prop Tutor and the Viking,
That's right.
and I've been in both.
And I'll never forget, we was up in St. Apple.
Yeah.
Spent 2 days setting the bell up.
Yeah.
It was Xplane 10. Was it 11? I can't remember.
He was very much an Xplane man, wasn't he? Yeah.
And set it all up, and we had the thing called
Butt kickers.
Butt kicker, everything, you know, it was lovely.
Yeah.
And really loud, speakers and loud. And I got in it to have a fly, and I was fine. And then I got out. As I got out, I went dizzy because I stood on level. I wasn't dizzy in it. I was
Dizzy when you got out of it, and you physically hadn't moved an inch.
Yeah. And then when he got his, got a demotion forward.
Yes, the little platform for the Prop Tutor, wasn't it? As well, possibility. Yeah.
And he was at Bristol Flights and Music Street.
Yes.
And took it there one weekend on Sunday, and everybody was clamouring to get on it.
Yeah.
And so I got on it. So no problem at all. Put this other guy on, and he'd been in simulators for years.
Yeah.
You know, Microsoft Flight Sim, and he built first again and everything. And he sat in it, and he was almost falling out of seat. He said, "I can't handle this." And he was bad, physically sick. I think we need to start assessing our approach.
We certainly do. Yeah. So it'll be departure arrivals. The arrival for Edinburgh, either one. That's it. And it'll be ILS 24. And it'll be unit 1 Echo. That's it.
I will put TLA.
No, that's absolutely fine.
Makes a mess of like
It
that.
certainly does. Yeah. So execute that. Lovely. And then obviously that's just put in down to Tartan. And then from Tartan it will be vectors, whichever way you want to go after that.
If I can put radial around there.
So, are you looking for flat speed and slowing down? Is that the purpose of you putting that in?
I want to put a 10 mile circle around Edinburgh, just so I know where I am.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So literally, it'll just be /10.
/10. That was good last time.
/10, and then in the red box. That's it. So that will now give you. So if you go to so there's the 10-mile ring. So if you were to do a sim assessment with somebody like Ryanair, Jet2, EasyJet, whatever, they have a certain flat configuration, certain speed that they expect you to be at certain points in time. That's normally done in the centre fix.
All right.
At the centre fix point. So if we go to the centre fix, so if we put the centre fix in the fix box, if we go next fix, so if you stick that in there, CI24, CI24 is already there. It's already down there, so we just need to select FS fix, and then /2. Yeah, in the top one, and then /5 in the next one. Okay, so you'll see there you've got the so what they're expecting is flaps 1 at 5 miles, flaps 5 at 2 miles, VOR lock, and then once it's captured, it will be approach mode, and then once the glide slope is alive, it'll be gear down flaps 15, and then once the glide slope has been intercepted, it'll be flaps 30 VREF +5. So that gives you an idea of what airlines look for anyway.
I need to get rid of that discontinuity.
I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother because of where Tartan is. It would literally take you straight to there with an extremely tight turn down to the runway.
Whereas I would like to connect.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll make a right hand turn, go on the downward leg, and then base, and then final.
Yeah. Okay.
So that has now given you the top. It should have now given you the top descent. So if you go to the progress page, you'll see our top descent is in 96 miles.
Yeah.
So if you go back there, you'll actually see it on the blueprint there.
Excellent.
ILS frequency. ILS frequency. So if you go to the init rep page, you'll see radio frequency for ILS 108.9. So that'll be in that one and in that one. Oh, this is a bit of temperamental. Okay, and then transfer them both to the active window. And then the runway heading for Edinburgh is 240, so that goes in both course selectors. I'm glad you go around to the left because everybody goes around to the right. they think to themselves, oh, it's 240 degrees, it's sat at 0, must go to the right.
That's used on VATSIM.
Oh yes. We have VATSIM on here as well.
Really?
So we've got. Ever heard of FS Sounds? Based in New Zealand, they create a little box that you can use real-world headsets in.
No.
I'll show you afterwards. We have got a couple actually, literally just sat down here actually. But you can essentially plug that in and use a real-world headset or real GA headset in it, or an airline headset. So we have got a link. So there is actually down by your left-hand side. There is a headset on the floor.
Oh yeah, I see.
But yeah, it's an absolute pain in this sim because obviously the main PC has to have the main part of Pilot on it, and this tablet isn't powerful enough at this point in time to have the separate Pilot client on it that can talk to that one. But yeah, then obviously when we don't generally tend to use VATSIM in here. Because obviously if you're sat at Heathrow Airport and there's no air traffic controller on, A, it's a nightmare. B, there's people all over the place, can't decide which runway they want to use, causing absolute havoc. And then when air traffic control is on, you're sat in a queue for ages. You know, and people like us, we don't get special treatment for being in a full sim with paying customers.
I mean, I don't even fly over.
No.
Very rare. I've flown out maybe. I've been on VATSIM 20 years.
Yeah.
I would say I've flown out of Heathrow online have a different take.
Wow.
It's just no point.
No.
Unless you want to, unless you want to get stressed, and listen to people who haven't got a clue what they're doing. Because obviously somebody signed up. That's the one thing about VATSIM. It's always been a thing ever since I've been on it. People can sign up for 5 minutes to reply.
They have to do a little test now.
Yeah, they do, but even so.
But even still, the answers are still on Google. It's not whether they actually know the answer.
Exactly. So they can still be flying. I mean, I was a supervisor.
Yeah.
So I had to stop doing that. And, get people calling and say, oh, there's somebody on the ground in people in Cessna who doesn't know what to do and couldn't be there, which you shouldn't say. And then, someone in the SR-72 Blackbird trying to fly over some kind of bird.
It reminds me of back in the day of multiplayer on FSX.
Yes.
Terrible, just everybody just doing whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted.
Yeah. So let's see that. Nail this turn, yes. So yeah, I mean, all that aside though, VATSIM is an incredible facility.
Oh, it's absolutely. It's something that is free as well.
Yeah.
Something that is offered by the community for free.
Yeah.
It's further round to the left. It's absolutely incredible. I'm a controller. I'm only a ground controller. I haven't done any controlling for ages just because my life has been so busy.
Where are you controlling?
Anywhere in the UK other than Heathrow. That's it, pull back.
Hold the open down.
So give it a nice good pull. That's it. That's the right. Push forward. That's it, keep pushing. That's it. All the way forwards. That's it.
Yeah, that's the difference. And the other thing is that I've noticed that in the sim, you fly out the window.
Yes.
Here,
it's because when you're on a 2D panel, you've both got the window and the display right on top of each other, so you get to do both. Whereas in here, it's a physical.
yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah. We've got Lancaster out to our left-hand side, what you can see. It's with good British weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our descent, and therefore we ask you to fasten your seatbelts again
Thinks you started
and
to
bring
descend,
your seat in an upright position. Please don't forget to switch off all your electronic equipment now. Thank you. If you have booked a connecting flight but don't have a boarding card yet, please proceed to any service counter immediately after your arrival.
Yeah.
Should you already have a boarding card, then go to one of the display boards at the airport and double check your departure gate. If your luggage is already checked to
When
your
I
final
started working
destination,
here
you don't have to worry about it.
nearly 3 years
It will
ago,
be transferred
yes, I did.
automatically.
Now it's a bit
Further
like
questions,
busman's holiday.
Yeah,
It's
feel
like
free to ask our
it's 10 o'clock.
or
I
our
want to get home and go to bed. But yeah, no, I used to use it all the time. I used to do flights on VATSIM in this. We've got our own Twitch channel that we used to do stuff on. In my own time this was. But I think back to when I first started here, we were only open like 10 till 4, 10 till 5 most days, and now it's grown massively. That we are.
You can still talk.
Open 10 till 10. So yeah, it's something. It's the company has grown massively in. If you want, I can turn the turn the light off for a second. Oh, doesn't like that.
I know what it is. It's because it's dark.
Yeah, so yeah, we've got big plans coming up towards the end of the year. We're having the whole of the cabin rebuilt.
Yeah.
We're having the interior out of an aircraft put in. So I went down to St Athan on last Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
To go and speak to the guys over there about getting parts stripped out of an aircraft for us. So we're having new window panels, lockers,
Of course, you've got the breakers down.
yeah, plane reclaimers, or EQ. Is the parent company is EQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a good report going with them at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I haven't been to Cardiff before.
Oh, this was St Athan.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I haven't been to St Athan or Cardiff for since before the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, my wife and I'm on travel, I'm on Clive Road.
Right.
Even though the pandemic's well over, and
Yeah.
I don't believe there are any issues, really.
Yeah.
In 2019, we went to India, November 2019.
Yeah.
When I was in India, we were there for 3 weeks, and in the first week, I got a back cop. He was back
Yeah.
cop for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I put it down to just the environment.
Yeah.
Not so much the
yeah.
flight, but the environment. Second week, my wife and our friend got another. They both got coughs. They brought some home.
Right.
And had to go on antibiotics.
Yeah.
Couldn't get anything off them. Of course, COVID came, and I'm convinced that we had early COVID.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that holiday, because we've done all the big holidays, China, Vietnam,
Yeah.
Caribbean, India. I said I've had enough of these big holidays.
Yeah.
They're not holidays.
No, they're not. It's stressful getting out there.
New
and then
flights every day.
the entire time you're thinking, right, I've got to make sure I'm on that plane home,
Yeah.
and that's all you're concentrating on, not actually going on holiday.
Exactly. You know, when we went to India, we thought to try and go to Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
We went right north to Amritsar to see the ceremony.
Very nice.
I mean, we did everything kind of thing. But come back, we were absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
So I said no more. So we bought a caravan.
Very
And then
nice.
the pandemic hit, but
Yeah.
even so, you know, I mean, we weren't restricted that much. We still get. I mean, we had total lockdown in 2020.
Yeah.
2020, towards the end of 2020, that's where we started doing a helicopter. In the caravan.
Yeah. I was going to say, you got a helicopter you're hiding somewhere.
No. I did start my PPL some years ago, but I kind of realised very quickly that getting the PPL is not really a problem.
Yeah.
And when I started to like £6,000, really not that much. But
It's the upkeep of maintaining your SEP. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. Because most of your flying has to be done in the second year.
Yeah.
To keep you current.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, if it lapses, then you've got to go back up with an instructor, and you're not actually really getting anything out of it. You're just getting your license back to fly on your own. And it's a bit of a pain.
I remember Bob Sidman telling me, and he told me the same thing. He said, you've got to fly 20 hours a year.
Yeah.
Minimum, really.
Yeah.
And in this country.
Oh yeah. I mean, literally, you realistically at least a minimum of once a week.
Yeah.
Minimum of once a week, or once a fortnight, or a big weekend. You know.
Right, so we're stopping percent and everything's programmed in, so it should go over itself.
It'll go over itself. Yeah.
No need to do anything like put my altitude in when I want to get to.
Yeah, that's it. And then it will start descending once it gets there, which will be in 9 miles.
Yeah.
Obviously you can put your VREF speed in now, so if you go to the init ref page, that's it, and then we'll select flaps 30 for and that will go in the front speed box. Lovely. So it'll be 1.4. Just confirm that's correct. Oh, we're one knot off of what we were predicted, so it'll be 148 for our final landing speed.
Final landing speed for sorry?
So it'll be 143 plus 5. Yeah. We've just got that over Carlisle now.
We can't remember, 2018? I had a motorhome.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking then of buying a motorhome. So we hired this motorhome. We left Cardiff on the 23rd of July, I remember. It was a beautiful sunny day.
Yep.
Drove up to Lancashire and stopped off in Lancashire. And woke up the next morning, it was raining, and it rained for 2 weeks solid. And we went everywhere, went up to Lake District, went to see the Angel of the North, went to Edinburgh, Glasgow, spent time 3 days at Loch Lomond, and then we were coming back. I said, right, I've had enough, I'm going to come back a day early. We got to Gretna Green, and it was actually sunny, Gretna Green. The next day we drove down to Cheshire, and it was a beautiful day. 2 weeks of rain. Wow. Absolutely terrible. So I was going to say I'd do a route direct to Tarleton, but I think that might be this night.
No, you can do that. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just going to speak right now. So if you go, there we go. So Tarleton, and then in red.
Babies are trying in the back.
Oh, indeed.
So
you can turn the fasten seatbelt sign on. I've got it.
Would it be as loud as that as the cockpit?
Yes.
Turning things down.
Yep.
So like 10 or that would be
That one there. Auto brake. So it'll be auto brake. I think it's auto brake 3. It'll be on your list. Yeah, auto brake 3.
Okay.
So pretty much Edinburgh. Edinburgh is just over there. Thereabouts. So once you leave Tarleton, you can go to a heading of like 060.
060. And that'll be on heading select.
Once we leave Tarleton, so we've got 31 miles.
And the weather doesn't look that bad.
Weather doesn't look that bad, so you put it towards. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh dear.
What is 2607? That's pretty much it. Clear skies, yeah. Very good.
As usual, 737 is slippy.
Indeed.
So, how many screens have you got?
It's a projector.
A projector?
Yeah, so three projectors display the 200 degree visual, and then there's one in the back as well for passengers, so they can see outside.
So on here,
Yep.
is it showing me flaps? What flaps is there? Is it-
Not
no.
what flaps to set, no, it's just
Fine.
when to set the flaps. Yeah.
I should be able to do that on the set.
Yeah,
I know I have to
absolutely.
get a fix on that.
Yep. Yeah, literally any waypoint along your route, you can put a circle around it. Yeah.
Just like commanded. So I was down the ILS to about 1,000 feet. 10 yards parallel.
Absolutely.
1,000 feet. And take it down quickly.
Yep. Yeah, what I tend to do with customers, get them to disconnect it at 2,500.
Right.
I know that's not what's done in the real world, but it gives them that little bit extra time of hand flying, using the flight director, and then at 1,000 feet, it'll be visual for we do a visual from there.
Alright, we'll go to 2,500 then.
Right, so landing lights. Okay, that's on. Next
What should be on to do?
that's if the airline actually pays for the switch and the light bulb.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So back in the day with BA in their 747s, they skipped out on the taxi light.
Oh,
So they use the inboard landing lights for taxiing.
my goodness. You wouldn't think it would make that much difference in cost, really, would you? When you-
Well,
when you spend that much-
knowing aircraft manufacturers, probably a few £1,000 to have a switch with a light bulb at the end of it.
My son-in-law works for Rolls-Royce
Oh, okay.
in Bristol. He's materials engineer.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
works
yeah.
on engines.
Yeah.
And when he first went there after university, just to get his hands dirty, he doesn't know, just budgets and manages the team. And they did an open day earlier in the summer. It's the first one they've done since before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's about 6 years since he had that one. So he took me around, and some of the stuff that he showed me, I mean,
I can imagine.
well, really freaky stuff. I mean, really weird science kind of thing. It's just
So we've got this one coming in into Edinburgh, and then there is one further ahead of it, about here, that is also coming into Edinburgh.
Passengers fastened.
the QNH into Edinburgh.
1010. 1010. Yep. There's three in total coming in. So you've got three aircraft. There's one there, and then there's
And there's another one here.
one over there as well. Yeah, so it's taking longer along.
So the traffic that's in this,
Yeah.
where's that coming from?
It's AI generated. Yeah. AI generated traffic. Yeah. Nothing specific.
Nothing fancy.
No.
There's a new program, not a new program, local traffic, or traffic global, I can't remember which one.
Oh, FS traffic for
Well, there's
listeners.
FS traffic in MSFS, but
Yeah.
the Xplane is
Traffic global. Traffic global. Yeah.
which is brilliant.
Jim Keir
Yeah.
created it for Xplane.
Yeah. Really good. I mean, he's done a fabulous job, and he's done recent updates as well, which make it better.
Yeah.
Because you used to have, did have an aircraft doing silly things,
Yeah. Oh, very silly things.
but now it's absolutely
Yeah.
really good. He's done a fabulous job.
I
don't-
don't see. You can see that other aircraft just poking its nose up there.
I don't use it that often because I always fly online, but on rare occasions I use it. Set it up for an airport,
Yeah.
and it's just right. I think after Gatwick
Yeah.
And I was just in a queue of traffic. About 8 aircraft. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So we'll fly out to about...
If you go out parallel with centre fix.
Yeah, and a couple of miles out from there before making the turn.
Yeah. Because these two
They've got to go
direct. They will literally turn around and fly direct to the final fix, not the centre fix.
Right.
So it's about the first one's about 18 miles away, and the second one's about 24 miles away.
Yeah, progress.
So that one's just started to turn around now.
Yeah.
So it's 3,000 in the centre fix.
What's the wind again?
So wind, we've got 295, 70 at the moment.
Straight down the runway.
At the airport, it will be 270 is what it's predicting. What's likely going to happen is both of these will be sat on top of each other down the glide slope.
Yeah.
So what you can do is if you turn left heading 020, yeah, 1010. Literally going to have all these aircrafts sat on top of us. You can see the airport from here.
Yeah. Just over the back.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, if you just leave it down there, please. Who's it for? SimAir. Very lovely, thank you very much.
Okay, so
There's a EasyJet just down there in front of us.
can't see it.
Just there.
Oh yeah, got it.
I think it's just going to be a case of mine. Do you know what? Let's turn right heading 050. It's literally otherwise going to be sat on top of 3 other aircraft. Give ourselves a little bit more run out.
Whoops. Yeah, it's
And then if you select speed into being, it will slow down to 206 knots. That one there.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you pull the speed brake lever out,
Yeah.
and it starts rumbling.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go left north for me then.
Left north.
Yeah. North. Yeah. 000. That's it. Excellent. Let's go about 6 miles. To our left. Right, okay, so if we go left now, 320. And then you can go VOR along from there. So 23 miles to run. And go 300 now. That's
Actually, I have.
yeah, so the chances are that this one here will end up going around because it's too close to the front, but that's AI for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, once we get to the first green ring, then okay, we'll go flaps 1. Okay, and we'll do 188 knots.
Yeah. I was looking at 777 yesterday. Tried it.
Yeah.
I flew here. Triple.
Very good. Nice smooth landing.
Yeah. The third thing is I can land the big things
Better than light aircraft. Yeah.
7.4, 7.5, 7.6, triple.
Yeah.
A330, no problem at all. It's so big.
It's just inertia. It takes care of most of it for you.
It just seemed gentler on landing.
Right. So let's go flaps 1 then.
That's one.
Lovely. And 188.
Mobile phone company again.
Oh yeah. Okay, then flaps 5 and 1 1.66 in the speed. And then we can go approach mode. And then once the glide slope's captured, so this so that pink diamond just there on your display, there'll be gear down, flaps 15.
Right. Localizes the line.
So I've got a feeling that it's there. A very funny feeling. Oh no, it's not. It's not there. It's just there. It's a bit cross-bunky. Gear down, and then 156 in speed.
2,500.
800.
And pull back.
Sync rate.
That's it.
100.
Just push forward a little bit. Push forward just a tiny bit.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Approaching minimums.
There we go. And you get a round of applause for it as well. There we go. That's okay. That's right. That's right. I've got brakes.
Oh, you've got brakes.
Yeah, brakes. There we go.
Welcome to Edinburgh. Please do remain seated with your seatbelts fastened
Excellent.
until we have reached our final parking position and the fasten seatbelt signs above you have been switched off. Please leave your cell phone switched off until you have left the aircraft. Thank you. Captain and the entire crew would like to thank you for being our guests today and say goodbye to you now. We hope you enjoyed the flight with us and we wish you a pleasant remaining day, or just in case, a nice onward journey.
That was very
Thank you
good.
once
I don't think
again.
it's too
Bye bye, take
Not too
care.
bad. Not too bad.
Another one just coming into that now. So just up there.
Yeah.
Oh, not too bad at all. Yeah, a lot different.
Yeah.
Heck of a lot different.
You're gonna want to come back next week.
I do. I'll be back again for sure. There's a mate of mine who lives in Warsaw. And,
Yeah.
we fly together on that. So not shared cockpit.
Yeah.
And he wants to go on the sim, so I'll arrange a day for the both to come down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We'll book 2 hours. Terminal. And is this still a representative of the real world? But is that
As close as we can get it, yes.
so, I'll go on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It goes back quick, so as soon as you let go, it goes back to centre
Yes.
almost immediately. So that's the bit.
It'll come to you. It'll come to you.
Well,
Good one then. Excellent. Right, so if you pull the fuel cut-off levers, lovely, and then if you select menu, maintenance, and doors,
All doors
we're going to
to
open
park
up the
and
doors on the
cross-check. Thank you.
left, 2 cargo doors on the right, and then the air stairs as well. There we go. Excellent.
So there you are, SimAir737 simulator, Cardiff to Edinburgh. At the end of the experience, you get a debrief with your co-pilot. You get a certificate, which I'll also put up, and you can have your DVD on a USB, or you can have it emailed to you. I won't put the prices on here. I think you need to go to their website, SimAir737.com, and have a look at the prices. I'll see you soon. Bye.